3, 2, 1, hit.
I can't remember a day where I didn't ache or I didn't feel tired. I can't remember the last time I felt that. Even if I've been off injured, I'm still aching. Essentially, like when you first get a wild horse and you got to break it in, like, do you know what I mean? You're breaking yourself in, week out, trying to achieve your potential and trying to get to the next level. You're giving so much to a sport you don't necessarily get a lot out of. So obviously, like I said, you're putting all this effort into eating right, drinking right, training right, and then you're doing well in a comp and you get an injury, like I partially tore my bicep. And then you sort of evaluate, so why am I doing this? Like, I'm breaking myself, I've got to have time off work, put myself in further debt, but it's an addiction. You want to do well, and like, I can't turn my back on the sport in a minute. I think if I do eventually get a career-ending injury, I'll probably still train around it, but I'll probably lose a lot of weight. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to be this size forever, it's too big. Well, I first started training with these guys about 5 years ago. We were at a place down the road, and they were to knock it down because they're building houses, so we got moved into here, which essentially is obviously a massive unit. So we all train together in here, but outside looks like a scrapyard because there's like cars everywhere and sheets of metal.
Training for strongman about 10 years ago, and there was nothing in any gym at the time. So I decided I'm going to rent my own place, buy my own equipment, and then from that, buy enough equipment, need a bigger place, get a bigger place, more people turn up. But then we evolved from that, we got bigger, and the thing is, more people come along, you need bigger space. Not the last place before last, we all had to train the same thing because there wasn't the space to do, he's doing that. It was, if we're doing log, we're all doing log. If we're squatting, we're all squatting because there wasn't the space to separate it up. It was good, but it only gets you so far. We've gone from the old place, which was decent enough size, but we had to train all our moving events outside, whether it was snowing, raining, whatever, but we could do it inside now. So it's the next step up. When we got another room in there, we got some more equipment.
I don't have any children as of yet. My partner, she does things like Tough Mudder, so she kind of understands if I'm putting the training in. But obviously for these guys, like Mark's got 2 kids, Ryan's got 4, Dan's got 1, and it's still, you know, it's obviously trying to juggle it around that. Joe as well, he's not only a primary school teacher, he's got 2 kids himself, one of whom's like a year old. So yeah, for them it's probably, it's harder, but they still come up and they still work and find a way of making it work. So, like Ryan, for example, he'll see his kids like maybe all evening, and then he'll come up here and get a quick session in later on, just once they've all gone to bed. So, you know, like I said, you find a way of making it work in the end. You end up sort of, you go, oh, I don't want to go up because I'm tired, but you end up sort of getting drawn up, and you do it anyway.
Good.
Well done, Ryan. Rapid, Ryan. Pick up.
If I'm being totally honest, you have got to be mentally strong to do this sport. In fact, I'd go as far as say you've got to be dumb to do this sport because you've got to be able to switch off the pain. You've got to be able to just get on with things and just work around injuries. And you just got to, obviously, like I said, break yourself week in, week out. And it takes a lot of mental strength to do that. Do you know what I mean? A lot of people fall to the wayside and think, oh, this is easy. But it's not. To get to a top level is not easy. The most tiring thing is like I'm always in the car. Like I'm always eating in the car. I'm always doing something in the car or in the lorry at work. Tired now. Had enough? Yeah. Worn out. I win.
So you thought that was a cool picture to have his sunglasses on?
Yeah, me and Mickey Mouse.
Exactly.
Been cool since day, mate.
But you don't walk around thinking, oh, look at me, do you? Like some,
Well, I
there
don't need to,
are
do
a
I?
couple of strong men that are like a bit like that. But you don't seem to have that. You're the other way. You like, oh, everybody's looking at me. It's the sort of thing. That, you know,
Yeah.
you don't like that side of it, do you? Really?
No, I don't like being alienated.
Yeah.
Look at that fat mess walking through. My biggest fan base is my family. Like my sister, my mum come to comps. My kids love watching it. Like that's what I do it for. I want them to be the best they can be in whatever they choose to be. Do you know what I mean? So I try and inspire them when I train. And like obviously my youngest son, he's only 1. He watches my videos, and as soon as you turn him off, he starts screaming the house down. My family support, like that's the main thing, do you know what I mean? Like that's what gets you through, because they hear every bad training session I've had. They hear when I'm in a bad mood, do you know what I mean? Keep going, that's it, that's better. Keep moving, go past the 2, go past the 2. Keep, that's it. For us, it's like a little family. There's only 8 of us. We say who comes in and who don't come in. Obviously, you can swear, you can use chalk, you can bang down weights if you want to. Obviously, we respect the kit because we buy it ourselves. But yeah, it's just we all got the same work ethic and want to do the best we can do in our chosen sport. So it's good, really. For me, I looked at a lot to my granddad on my mum's side. He was obviously a father of 7 kids, always worked hard, had a great ethic. Like his saying was, can't means won't. So if you say you can't do it, it means you don't want to do it, do you know what I mean? So you got to do it and get on with it. And that was obviously, for me growing up, a massive inspiration.
My dad was wonderful with you, and
Yeah.
he loved all his kids and all his grandkids, but he was brilliant. We used to spend a lot of time, when we used to live in Staple Hill then, he used to spend a lot of time at our house, didn't he, with the kids and the summer holidays and that. Jump out.
He was just legend, he's funny. So
Yeah.
funny. Like you think back and all the times, you can't not look back and smile, do you know what I mean? Even though it's sad that he's not here, but
Yeah.
the times you look back and it just makes you laugh, do you know what I mean? He was everyone's rock, really. Like you could go to him with any problem. Like he was a laugh and joke. Like when we were kids, he used to drop a pound on the floor and pretend he found it, do you know what I mean? Just a wind-up merchant. And yeah, obviously he knew I was doing strongman, but obviously he's like 90 odd by then, so it was too late for him to come watch. But obviously he passed away I think about 2 years ago. I can't remember, obviously it gets a bit fuzzy with the emotions. And yeah, he basically passed away 2 weeks, it was like three and a half weeks before England's Strongest Man. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go there, do my best, and try and obviously win it for him. That's when I came second. So, and then when I tore my meniscus on the first event, I didn't even feel the pain of it because the adrenaline was so high, and I wanted to do so well for him. Do you know what I mean? I thought, oh, I've done that. So obviously, he obviously got earned at my nan's house, so I just left the trophy there because I wanted it to be for him. So. So if I'm totally honest with you, like the title of being Bristol Strongest has never ever bothered me. I just always wanted to be the best rider in England I could be, and I want to be strong. I want to fulfil my potential because a lot of people have told me I've got potential. So I just guess kind of listening to them and working hard and knuckling down, and like I said, being the best me I can be. I want to make my kids proud and my family proud, and I don't really care what other people think of me or say about me because it's what matters to me. Do you know what I mean? So that's it.